Peace and wellness to the family. This is for the ones who are trying to maintain a high vibration or elevated emotion during a time you might be going through a financial rough spot. I feel like the first question that we should ask ourselves is, what kind of effect does money have on us emotionally during the emotional transactions? Because you could be without finances at a time in your life where you actually feel great. The feeling within you is rich. Or without money, you could feel down. It's normal. You cannot feel yourself. Or maybe you could feel as though things are not as accessible because you don't have the tool of what we call money. Now, evaluating the emotions that you go through around money will tell us what it is that we need to focus on. Because when we're dealing with financial wellness and wealth consciousness, should be focusing on what skills that we have to be able to attract the money that we want. And also, more importantly, the why. The why of why you want the money, and is it a higher purpose than you? Is it for a calling that is going to service others and give you that burning desire within for you to obtain the wealth that it is that you want? Because the wealth is within, so we have to find the things within to manifest the things without, meaning that if we want $350,000, we have to become $350,000 by adding value to ourselves and becoming an undeniable offer of service and value to where it's irresistible. Now, we could do this in many different ways, but going back to feeling the emotional alchemy around having and not having money. Right now, I feel very rich in creativity, very rich in mind, very rich in health, very rich in character and moral compass. I'm feeling very rich in gratitude, which is raising my elevated emotion to be able to ask the Creator, hey, I'm ready for the financial floodgates to open up in my life. I know my why. I have my why. Well, what is my why? My why is to increase my service, become more self-sufficient and sovereign, growing food, allowing me to go from farm to table, feed other families, along with develop more advanced wellness products to help people for holistic living, preventative medicine, and naturopathic healing. Ultimately, this is my why, to service others and to service the most valuable asset, which is my health. So my health consciousness is directly related to my wealth consciousness. How well am I all around on the full spectrum of well-being and the elements of wellness? I had a conversation with the Creator, and I asked if the financial floodgates could be open, could they flow? And then I demanded it, because my why and my purpose and my definite chief aim is so powerful. Maybe I do need to clarify it a little bit more, but it's so powerful because it is above me, and I need the tool to push it forward, not to make money, but to push the solution forward, because it is a solution for the future, which would correlate to genius, because geniuses create solutions for the future. So if I know my why, I have a high-level solution, it's with pure intentions, and my emotions around having and not having money are very balanced, because I know the value of the priceless assets of life. It has to come. It has to physically manifest because of the emotional transactions that I'm doing. The mentation that I have and thought patterns that I have around dollars to know that they want me. It's a natural pathway to money when you're enhancing your skill set and becoming more of an asset, so people will just want to give you money because they see you. Some people won't, all people won't, because your light is too bright. Usually the ones that are closest to you. However, let's stay focused on our why we want this certain amount of cash, why we want to live comfortable. If it's just because you want to get off your job, that's not enough, because you're probably at that job because you need to learn something. It's something that we need to learn. So once we learn that, we can go to the next phase. And then we might need to learn that money is just an energy exchange. It doesn't define who I am. So maybe I need to really learn how to define who I am so I can find my why, so then I can obtain my funding. Because first, if I want to make $250,000, $500,000, $1 million, then I have to become that in a sense of value to be able to attract it and use it as a tool to push the purpose and solution forward. Sometimes getting what we want and what we desire is not the solution to internal happiness. Maybe internal happiness for you is making and serving other people. So if that's the case, why would you just want $1 million for yourself? You would want it to create something for everybody else. That would, of course, benefit you because it is a service, but not just a service. It'll benefit you for purpose. For purpose. It's priceless.